Welcome, everybody, to a great event right here down at the One Government Center. We are here for a gracious occasion. Are we not? Yes! Yes! We have Oshae Jones, the champ. Yes! Toledo's champ. We are pleased to be joined by Oshae, the Olympic bronze winner in this year's Tokyo Games. It was so exciting to watch her fight at 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. And it was such a pleasure to see Toledo represented in Tokyo. The way that she represented Toledo, Ohio, was amazing. So it was nothing but short of an event that we had to do this today. We had to do this, and we need to do much more for Oshae, because one thing she did was she carried a city on her back. So this is the first event that we're going to have, and then we're going to have a parade for Oshae because she deserves it. But we're going to have it where she grew up at, where she got it from the mud. So we are going to have it right in our neighborhood. So we're going to start it off. We had it going at Collingwood and Dorr, but we're going to move it. We're going to meet up at 2:15, right? 2:15. On this Saturday, 2:15 p.m. this Saturday, to honor her in a parade, and we're gonna walk around where she got it from the mud at, right? Yeah. So line up is at 2:15 on Dorr and City Park, so make sure you're there on time, because we're not waiting to celebrate Oshae. Okay, let's kick it off. So the first person that we're going to bring to honor Oshae, and there's so many people that want to honor her, we would be here all day if we had all of y'all talk. So the first person that we're going to bring to honor Oshae is a woman that represented the district that Oshae grew up in before I did. My name is Vanice Williams. I am District 4 Councilwoman. So this lady right here paved the way for me, and it's paving the way for many girls that look like me and Oshae. And this Representative Paula Hicks Hudson, she represents the 44th District. Paula Hicks Hudson.
I'm very honored. I'm extremely honored to be here. And I'm honored because of the fact that this young lady, she doesn't know it, but I knew your grandmother. And I knew your grandmother as a woman who believed very strongly in persevering. She believed that it was more than just being about yourself, but about others and about community. And I know that from your comments and the way you have held yourself up, and as you move forward, that you carry on her strong conviction that through it all, you can make it. And what Oshae was able to do was through personal tragedy, through obstacles that we may or may not know about, she was able not only to make it to Tokyo, but to also make it into that winner's seat. And also, I am so grateful to you. I'm grateful for the lineage that she stands on the shoulders. Councilwoman Williams talked about being mud-made. The thing about being mud-made is that you get up out of the mud. The foundation may not be that strong and that firm, but you're still able to get up out of it and to excel. So I'm so very happy, along with my colleague Lisa Sabecki from I'm from District 44, she's from District 45. We are here to say on behalf of the state of Ohio, we have this commendation. And we're going to give you another one on Saturday because this one was a short-term one. But it says, whereas Ms. Jones has demonstrated her prowess and skill in the ring in numerous completions, including placing first in the U.S. Olympic team trials, as well as taking first place in the 2020 BoxAm International Tournament and some other tournaments, including the Pan Am game. She is a positive example. Let's say that again, positive example of the youth of Toledo. So oftentimes, I'm so glad that the news media is here because so oftentimes we hear about the not so positive. But as Councilwoman said, coming out of District 4, Council District 4, House District 44, we know that there are more Oshaes there. And we just have to uplift them. And so on behalf of the state, I could go on and on and on and on and on about how I'm so happy to be here, so proud of you to stand here as your representative to say congratulations. And on behalf of Lisa Sebecki and myself, we want to present you with the final comments. As therefore be it resolved that we mark and honor the accomplishments of Oshae Jones, world-class athlete, role model, and saluted member of our community. On behalf of myself and Representative Lisa Sebecki, this is to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ladies. It's a pleasure and honor to have you be in the presence of you two women because you are paving the way for us as well. All right, the next person has an affection for our youth in the city. I mean, so much so that he came out last minute ask, and we appreciate him so much for doing it, and he knows Oshae, and he loves Oshae, because Oshae is actually a product of Toledo Public Schools Bulldogs. All right, so next up we're going to bring Dr. Romulus Durant to honor Oshae from Toledo Public Schools.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Again, it's an honor to stand here today representing the city of Toledo, 419 the Mud, because Toledo has a history of boxing legends. Toledo in modern day had boxers competing all over the world. You got Robert E. Bunny Easter, Albert the Prince, Bell. You have Jared Real Big Baby Anderson, Sonny Pretty Boy Fredrickson, former Olympian Charles Conwell, Devin Vargas, former Olympian, and the list goes on. But today we have a trailblazer. Because you recognize those are all men. Yeah. We have a female who stepped up. People, what I say in essence, she's not just a trailblazer for Toledo, not just for the state of Ohio, but the entire country in regard to the mark that she have left. Understand, 2017, she was third place and U.S. Boxing Elite National Champion in Utah. 28-19, third place in the women's welterweight Pan Am game in Peru. And today, she is 2021 bronze medalist at the Olympics. Now, she don't have a nickname, but I refer to her as the Lioness. Okay. She might be a Scout Bulldog, but she got a lion heart. Right? Because she's a fighter in the gym and outside the gym. You could try to take my life, but you ain't holding me back. You could take my gloves, my equipment, but you still won't hold me back. Because I'm still coming and I'm still competing. I'm still here today. God has given me a blessing. At the same time, understand she regrouped, re-energized, and went out and set her mark. What some of you don't realize is she's got a wrestling background. Mark my words, and you heard me say it. She will be the next UFC championship of the world. Because understand, those in the boxing never make it into the UFC because they have no ground game. She got her ground game and stand-up game. There's only one Toledoan who would ever meet that mark. That's Mark Kerr at Wade High School, became UFC champion. She'll be the first female to do so in the city of Toledo, mark my word. Last but not least, people, we got to give it up for the Jones family. Give it up for the Jones family. Understand, we need more organizations like Soul City Gym. They are putting gloves in hands instead of guns in hands. They are saving lives. They have produced Olympians in the past 2 Olympics in 2016 and 2021. This is truth in the work that they do. Their family invests into the community. The brother Oshae works at Scott High School as a wrestling coach, boxing in the community. These are the type of things that really help revitalize but save lives. Again, I'm truly proud of Oshae, proud of the Jones family. You know me, I'm always 419 blood, 419 mud, right? And no matter what, I always wear my collar with pride and joy. So again, thank you. Continue to energize that pride. Continue doing what you're doing. Toledo will always be behind you. Thank you.
Now, the rest of y'all gotta come like that. I don't know how that's gonna happen. Well, I actually wanna welcome up another person that as soon as I called him and said, hey, Oshae won the bronze medal, but even before she won, Oshae is over here killing it. We need your help. And he was so gracious to say whatever she needs, because I know her family, I'm connected to her family, and I want to definitely be there for her. That is Lucas County Commissioner Pete Gerken.
Wow. I don't want to follow Romulus no more. I just got to say, wow. Look what we have here today on a rainy Monday. We have the bronze medal woman winter with us. Could not start the week better. Let me say, you may not know this, but over here in the county commissioners, we have awards we give out to. We don't give out keys to the city. That's the mayor's job. But we give out something called a frog. Right? Now, why would anybody give out a frog? And you're going to get one. Maybe not today, but soon. All right. Because that frog symbolizes what we came out of as a county. We were a great swamp before the city of Toledo and this county got here. We lived in a swamp, and that's not much difference than the mud. Mm-hmm. So our character is that frog, because that frog symbolizes the jump forward, the fact that you can jump out and land somewhere. So you're going to get a frog. It's not today. But we are people. We are people that have overcome. And I'll say this, you know, we're here talking about where you came from. I grew up in the shadows of Scott High School. I know about living in the district, your district and that district. And people say they call it sometimes the central city. It's not the central city, it's the heart of the city. All things start from the heart. This community wouldn't have grown to where it is without those neighborhoods. And those neighborhoods can still deliver today the kind of things that make our community proud on an international stage. Yeah. Where did that come from? From our community in the central heart of Toledo. Yeah. So thank you for letting us stand on your shoulders for a while. But Diamond's right, she didn't come to this by herself. You have a community. You have a family of generations producing talent and will and heart. But there's something you can't train and practice for, and that's that guts and soul. Yes. That comes out of that district every time we do it. We should not be surprised anymore, right? We should not be surprised. So much love and respect, and I know the next person is going to refer to this too, but you come out of the church family and you come out of a strong background. Everybody needs to get there. So I just want to say on behalf of my board of commissioners, I'm so honored to stand with you this morning. Thank you. And you are the heart, and the rest of Toledo better take note. Yeah. It all starts in the central, and we are the heart. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Gerken. I appreciate you. So next up, we have someone that is very close to Oshae's family, and he actually is an amazing prayer warrior for her family, and she's been attached to this organization and this church for years. So I want to present the president of the NAACP and the pastor over Jerusalem Church, Baptist Church on Detroit Street. That on Door. What is wrong with me? Door in Collywood. I want to go on Detroit. I don't know. So that is right. It's still my district. Pastor Willie Perryman. Thank you so much, Mr. Perryman.
As our councilwoman has said, I'm Pastor Willie Perryman, pastor of the Jerusalem Baptist Church and president of the local branch of NAACP. And at Jerusalem, and just let me put on my pastor's hat. At Jerusalem, we are so proud of Oshae. She represents the fourth generation of membership at Jerusalem Baptist Church. Many people in the media and in our community, other than her family, did not know that Oshae, before she left Ohio, before she left Toledo, she lost everything she had in a fire. And so as president of the NAACP, and certainly more importantly as pastor of the Jerusalem Baptist Church, the Bible says if you want friends, you must first show yourself friendly. And so since Oshae took all of that burden of representing Toledo, representing the United States of America, representing Jerusalem, we thought it not robbery that we should be the first to reach out and help her. And so I want to make a special appeal to the community of Toledo, the special appeal to the state of Ohio, because Oshae has lost everything she had. We have set up an account at the Toledo Urban Federal Credit Union in the name of Jerusalem Outreach Ministries. It's a 501c3, and we are asking that you join Jerusalem, and let's put Oshae back in her home. Let's put Oshae back on her feet, because she represented us. She represented us. And so if any person in the city of Toledo who are watching us through the media, anyone in this room would like to make a donation in honor of Oshae Jones, you can make it out to Jerusalem Outreach Ministries in care of Oshae Jones at the Toledo Urban Federal Credit Union, and we will receive it, and we will make sure, and we will assist Oshae in getting back on her feet. Again, we're so proud of her. Her grandmother, her mother, her whole family is here, and so on behalf of Jerusalem, we say we love you, and we're going to do what we have to do to make sure that we want to be not only her friend, but her pastor.
Thank you. My voice already messed up, Pastor Perry. You're gonna make me cry. I would be remiss if I didn't introduce everyone to my fellow council members. They're all here. If you come forward, we have a resolution that was sponsored by President Cherry back in the back, and myself, and the members of council for Oshae.
Come on up, Matt.
Matt is, President Cherry is, look, he doesn't want to come up and mess up the girl magic we got up here. Oshae, like I told you many times before, and I've expressed to you, your mother, and anybody that talks to me, we appreciate you. I'm not going to prolong and read this to you because everybody said everything that's already on here. You did something amazing. Yeah. I am a boxing fanatic, and I've been watching you since you were a little girl. And I appreciate everything that you did, because she could have threw in a towel. She could have said, I can't go, I don't have nothing to go with. But she said, you know what, I'm going. And I appreciate that. And you did it, girl. You did it, girl. When I say Black Girl Magic was real in Tokyo, it was real in Tokyo. We present that from everyone on council. Thank you, members of council. Thank you for being here. The next one we want to bring up is something that I listen. When I found out what happened with Oshae, I called everybody, their mama and baby daddy cousin. This was something that I felt passionate about because I know how hard it is to work in survival mode. And to be in survival mode, no, that should not last. And especially when you are a bronze medal winner for the United States of America. That should not last. You should not stay in survival mode. So someone to come help out with that is a sports legend in Toledo, Tom Cole.
Thank you so very much. It certainly is an honor and a privilege to be here today. Ms. Jones, what you have done, I don't know if everybody realizes, Gary does, a lot of sports people do, the toughness, the stick-to-itiveness, the determination that it takes to win a medal in the Olympics. What you've done is remarkable. You know, you've added to the, as Doc mentioned earlier, the folklore of Toledo boxing. Toledo used to be the boxing capital of the United States for a long time.
It will be again.
It will be again, I like that. The Dempsey-Willard fight, I think 1919 was one of the most famous fights ever. Muhammad Ali fought in the old sports arena as an amateur. Skeeter McClure won a medal in 1960 from Toledo in the Olympics. So now, Ms. Jones, you are part of that folklore of boxing in Toledo. Pastor, you did a great job setting that fund up. That's phenomenal. A caveat to that is on behalf of Steve Taylor, Mr. Taylor, all the folks at Taylor Automotive, Oshae, we want to start the fund and give you a check for $1,000. Congratulations.
Thank you, Tom, and thank you so much for Taylor Automotive. I challenge someone to triple that, maybe even 100 times that, but I definitely appreciate you starting that off. We definitely need to make sure that this young lady is taken care of. Like I said, she lost Pastor Perryman said it. She lost everything and she asked for nothing. This is all me begging. So she asked for nothing. She is a young woman that represented us well. Right now, I have two lovely ladies that will come up. Actually, three, right? Just two? Okay, so I have two lovely ladies that are gonna come up and they represent the cultural arts here in Toledo. Rhonda Sewell from the Toledo Art Museum and Lori House from the Imagination Station. Would you ladies come up?
Thank you so much, Councilwoman, and I am so honored to be here today. I am Rhonda Sewell, Director of Belonging and Community Engagement for the Toledo Museum of Art, here with Lori Hauser, Director of Imagination Station, representing the Toledo area cultural leaders. We have a poet that's coming later who is one of my favorites in the city of Toledo. He is dynamic, Hunter Prey, but before, yes, Hunter. But before that, I'm going to kick things off myself. Okay. So Mari Evans, M-A-R-I Evans, that was for the media, okay. Was a legendary Black female poet in Toledo. She was from Toledo, and she moved after graduation from the University of Toledo. And Oshae Jones, AKA the Lioness, she wrote a poem in the 70s about the beauty of women, especially a Black woman. So I'm taking an excerpt from her poem to you. So Oshae Jones, you are an Olympian. You are a bronze medalist. You are tall as a cypress. You are beyond all definition. You are still from the first training, from the very first training, defying place and time and circumstance. You are assailed, you are impervious, and you are indestructible. And the 419 looks upon you, and we are renewed. So now I have the pleasure of introducing again Lori Hauser, the Director of Imagination Station, who has a lot of things that we'd like to extend to you. And please visit the Toledo Museum of Art and your family. Thank you, Oshae. Thank you.
Thank you, Rhonda. It's a pleasure to meet you, see you here. I'm here representing the 21 different cultural treasures in our community. And Toledo's very blessed, from the art museum to the zoo to the library to even the hens in town. And you are now one of our treasures. I can't thank you enough for how fierce you are. You are dedicated, you are motivated, goal-oriented, and unstoppable. So you represented us, everyone here, Toledo, on an international front, won on an international front, and we are all Toledo proud. Thank you. You're an outstanding role model for young girls. You've stepped into that, and you know what? You were that way before the Olympics. Because I can't imagine every morning when you were getting up and not wanting to train or go through those. And there were days that you wanted to stop. And you had a support system around you, and in your head, I'm going to do this. And you are unstoppable. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. And we have for you a few things. So you will find there's some items from the library, as well as a membership to the art museum, the zoo, the science center. We all welcome you into our doors. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Ms. Sewell and Ms. Hauser. We appreciate you. Again, somebody can triple Tom's donation. Taylor Kidd. But we thank you. We thank you so much. The next we're going to have, Ms. Sewell gave him an intro, so no introduction needed. Hunter Prey.
Thank you for having me. Thank you. Yes, I appreciate it. This is a piece I got for y'all. There's beauty in the grind, but there's also pain in the grind. 'Cause to grind is to wear down, but also refine, make smooth. Difference between statue and stone, metal and sword, square and ring, swing and hook. Stretch out from home and bring back the world. From glass city to breaking glass ceilings and bring back the world. New York, Tokyo, legacy is not solely about championship, but the journey there. The amount of travel in between. The gravel scraped to shoe and how sweat reigns supreme. Built with those two hands. A straight passion, high intensity, years in the dungeon, countless bouts with self-doubt won to carry the soul of the city to a new junction. Down the path of the baddest to step foot on canvas and paint pictures with the warriors dance. Scientific, sweet, inspiring, until finally, best in the world. Oshae.
Thank you so much, Mr. Prey. Mr. Prey actually said he would print it out for Oshae. You might need to print about 3 or 4. Start selling it. Okay, without further ado, this is what we're here for. Oshae deserves everything that she is getting. This man that's about to come up probably knows more boxing history than anybody I know, and I've been watching boxing since I was 12. So, and I'm not that old. So, we talk about boxing all the time. He actually was very supportive when I went and wanted to do boxing camps. When I saw the list of programs this summer, the youth programs this summer, I said, boxing not on here enough. And he actually advocated for me to do 2 boxing camps, which had over 66 youth that joined us. So, yeah. I'm definitely all about putting down the guns and picking up gloves. And so he was very intricate in that. He's been a very good friend to me as far as talking about boxing. We text about boxing when Big Baby was fighting, we were texting about it. Did you see it? Did you see it? So we definitely connect on that level. He does love boxing. So when Oshae, she hadn't even won yet, he said, so we're doing a parade for Oshae, right? We're getting keys and stuff, right? I was like, wait, we gotta watch the fight. I mean, when she went. And that was something that showed me that he actually cared a lot about the youth in the city to approach me. I hadn't even said anything to him yet. He said, we're doing keys and parades, right? I said, yes, okay. I want to bring up Toledo's mayor, Wade Kapsakavich.
Councilman Williams is correct. She and I even were texting at 4 in the morning. Where'd she go? There she is, 4 in the morning during her, during Oshae's fights. Are you awake yet? You know, she's getting ready to start.
Yes, I did.
This is nothing but a happy occasion for Toledo. But I want to double back and make one more appeal to the community to rally behind the woman that represented us so well on the international stage. I know that the family and a lot of us sort of who know Oshae, I think we were aware of what happened to her before the Olympics, but I'm not so sure that the media was ever aware of what we've alluded to a couple times today. I'm going to take another moment or two to make sure the story is clear. Right before she left for the Olympics, she had a house fire. She lost a lot. She is still not able to live in that home. A lot of people, Tom's right, and others are right, we have a proud Olympic tradition in this town, and a proud boxing Olympic tradition. You know, it's Skeet and McClure, all of them. And a lot of, and this is not a knock against anyone, but a lot of Toledoans, heck, a lot of Americans, when they identify a talent early, they move out of their hometown and they go to Colorado Springs, where the American Olympic Training Facility is, and then they train there, and I don't know if they ever make it back to their hometowns. Oshae was born in Toledo, raised in Toledo, lives in Toledo. She won her medal, now she's back in Toledo. She's a Toledan. But as of tonight, she can't stay in her home because her home caught fire. I'm glad that Jerusalem Baptist, what's the name? The Jerusalem Outreach Ministry has set up an account, and at the Urban Federal Credit Union, anyone who wants to donate can. Tom and Taylor Kia have started the fundraising. I'm going to throw in $1,000 of my own to that account. So now we're at. So if Denise wants someone to triple it or quadruple it, start now. I didn't want you to start a couple minutes ago because now we're starting at $2,000, not at $1,000. But I really want to appeal to the community to rally together for someone who is all Toledo, has never forgotten Toledo, and is back in Toledo, even without a home to stay in, frankly. We are her home, and we need to rally behind her and show it. So do what you can, please be generous with your donations. What I want to do on behalf of the city of Toledo, though, is to give our champion the highest award that a citizen of this city can earn. What Oshae has done is important for a number of reasons. We've talked about the history of boxing, the Dempsey-Willard fight, Cassius Clay fought at the sports arena. I can't believe that Tom forgot that Archie Moore is part of our history. He was trained by the Toledo Pal League, all the way at Devin Vargas, Bunny Easter, Albert Bell, all of them. So she's an important part of that fabric. But she's also the story of Toledo itself. Toledo has taken some punches over the years, let's be honest. A lot of towns in this part of the country have. We've taken a couple on the chin. We've taken a couple in the gut. And we've been knocked down on that canvas more than once, Toledo has. But if there's anything good about having been knocked down on the canvas as often as we have, is that we know how to get back up. We know how to crawl back up. Like Rocky Balboa in the 14th round when Mickey's telling him to stay down, and Apollo's like, geez, I can't believe this guy's fighting back. That's Toledo, and that's Oshae. Look what happened to her right before she went to the Olympics. I mean, a lesser person would have said, I can't do it. Not her, not our champion. That's the story of Toledo. Never giving up, always fighting back, dragging yourself up off the canvas, turning around and saying, I'm not done yet. Those people deserve the highest award our city can give, which is the key to the city. And so this is an award that has been given to presidents, movie stars, astronauts, and now our champion, who floats like a butterfly, stings like a bee. Rumble, young woman, rumble. Oshae Jones.
Thank you so much, Mayor, and I appreciate that $1,000. But anybody else needs to triple, double, because I wanna emphasize this with your uncle. I got 500. Okay. Who else? Who else? I can't hear. I'm not. All right. Okay, who gonna go? This is not an auction, but who gonna match Tina? Okay, thank you so much. That's Tina Butts, 2,000 from the movement. So one thing that we talked about, and Oshae's uncle actually just reminded me, because I actually did get teary-eyed when I did hear the story. Oshae almost died. Did you hear me? She almost died. They had to kick the door in to get her out. But she still went and won. So when we say she really, really carried a city, how do you win a bronze medal and with a traumatic event like that coming? None of her family was there with her. 5 days. It was nothing but God. 5 days, right? It was 5 days before she left. So when we talk about Oshae Jones, talk about the fire that was in the pit of her belly. Talk about the fire that was in the pit of her belly. She almost died. So we got to take that in. Let that resonate with you and triple that money. The next person I'm going to bring up, I love him. I actually love him, and I think everybody in the city love him. He's so humble. He is one of the most graceful fighters I've seen, besides Oshae, because she he is a graceful fighter. When he's in the ring, it truly is the sweet science of boxing. He won a unanimous decision just this weekend, Saturday. And to sit on, I couldn't even sit down on the couch. I was like, Albert, stop punching him like that. And I'm yelling, and I'm like, Albert, stop punching him like that. The next person to come in to introduce, oh, no, I'm sorry, I have to stop. Because there is someone else that is here that's very important to this journey that I do not want to forget, and I apologize for that. With everything in me, I apologize for it, because he is the one that has brought her to this point. He is the one that helped bring her to this point with the skills that she has. He's an amazing young man. He actually helps a lot of Toledo's youth, and I want to bring up Oshae Jones, Oshae's brother.
I'm like, dang, they gonna have Ro come up here and talk. But my name is Oshae Jones. I'm one of the founders at Soul City Boxing and Wrestling Gym. We started the gym to help kids get out of the streets, like this young man himself right here. And we used my brother, Oshae Jones III. He was a youth Olympian. Nobody in Toledo has ever done that. Became a youth Olympian at age 17, 18. Janae Crockett won the World Championship 2015. Not too many people have done that ever in Toledo. Charles Conway made it to the 2016 Olympics. He's from Cleveland, but he trained here and went to school at Scott High School. Like Doctor said, that's the first Olympian. Oshae Jones, welterweight, won the World Championships 4 years in a row to represent Team USA. There was a lot of pain, there was a lot of crying. Sometimes our family bump heads and sometimes our family bump heads and it kind of pushes away. For my father, he's mastermind behind everything. You know, I help put everything together. And we're so hard on Oshae because we want her to do great, so she don't see the loving side of us. I just want to say from everybody, I love you. You put your life on the line when you was out there during COVID. You put your life on the ring. And I don't say thank you enough. You represent our family well, the city well. And I love you. I love your mom and the Black Shears. And my whole object is to get you to be successful, to get out of boxing so you don't got to get hit in the head. Hit when you were overseas, it hurts me to see you get hit. Even though you beat the girl from China, I just want to throw that on the floor. You beat her, she tried to kick you, I put it in the replay.
And she was awesome.
But I'm glad you came home safe. I'm grateful for Toledo, for everybody for doing this. And I just want you to know our family love you, we miss you. And let's keep going bigger and better things. Thank you.
I told you I already didn't have a voice. You made me cry. Thank you so much, Mr. Jones. We definitely appreciate the product that came up out of that gym with you. Because of the structure, I mean, my brother used to beat me up too, so I think we do. So without further ado, we want to bring up someone to introduce Oshae. I said everything else about him. Prince Albert Bell.
First off, I just want to say congratulations to Oshae. Let's give a round of applause for her. Not only did she make history right here in Toledo, but she is the first women's welterweight medalist in United States history, period. You know? So it's not just big for our city, but for Team USA in America. I remember when Oshae first started. She was coming along, and we had spar at the Titans gym. And she told her big sister on me. And she said, Oshae said she don't like you no more. I said, why would I do? She said, because you beat her up at the gym. So to see where she came now, man, and the sacrifices fighter make, I don't think nobody know, you know. And to hold that day in and day out is a win by itself, to make weight and to be away from your family for 60, 50 days at a time. And I want to tell her that you have the best support system I've ever seen in my life. Every day, they had breakfast set up, dinner, 4, 5 in the morning. Like, it was beautiful, you know. So I just want to say congratulations. We're super proud of you. You might want bronze over there, but you're going to us for sure. And you deserve everything that you're getting. It's your time. I'm super happy for you, and we're proud of you. We know it's only going to continue. And without further ado, y'all, Oshae Jones.
Oh. Y'all got me on an emotional roller coaster. Oh my God. But I'm so happy to be here, and I just want to say thank you to everybody, all the donations, all the news crew, all my family, all the supporters, everybody. I just want to say thank you. I didn't even know y'all loved me this much. No, it's amazing. I had something wrote down, but that's out the window. So, I mean, I just want to say I love my city. I'm so happy. It's been a long, hard road. Talking about crying nights. I've been away from my family for a long time. You know, I just want to just sit back and relax a little bit. But I just want to be inspired. I just want to be inspiring for everybody who thought, you know, they were not enough. Because believe it or not, every fight I fought, I really had doubts in the back of my mind. You know, so everybody have doubts in the back of their mind. But I just want to be living proof that if you believe, you can achieve. Do not give up, no matter what. Like, I've been through a lot, and I've been through a lot. I've been through hell and back, but I'm on the road to recovery, and I want to thank my city for supporting me. And I'm happy I can represent Toledo, Ohio, and put Ohio on the map. I love y'all. Thank you so much. Follow my YouTube channel. Oshae. No, for real. I'm starting a YouTube channel. It's about to be for real. So Oshae and Ken, you know, Mud Maid, Midwest Kids, you know, we on the map. F17 Trench Twins. Let's get it. I love y'all.
Before we end, I want to bring up Oshae's mother. Oshae's mother and her family would have fight nights when Oshae was fighting in Tokyo. And when I say food, party at 2 in the morning, it was amazing. So I want to introduce Demetria Blackshear and all the Blackshear and Jones family behind her. It's a lot of them, so it's a lot. But I want to thank Demetria. I'm not gonna call her nickname. I want to thank Demetria because Demetria also does work in the city, so Oshae learned well. She learned from a good group of family, from her brother to her family. Her whole family are giving folks. So we want to say thank you for sharing her with us. Thank you for allowing her to grow as a woman. And we'll be waiting for those donations because she shouldn't have to ask. And she hasn't asked. It's me. It's me asking. Oshae is not asking, it's me. So thank you so much for coming out. We definitely appreciate everyone being here. Make sure that you guys come out to the parade because it's gonna be a production. Thank you so much, you guys. Have a great day. Thank you.